You have such a beautiful voice, and everyone knows that Rani Mukerjee's distinct voice is one of the big parts of your amazing performances. And I never understood, because my dad, I still remember we were sitting and we were got a call that distributors bol rahe hain. Firstly, whatever that meant to me at that time, because distributors bol rahe कि voice badalna chahiye, because audience accept नहीं करे, ऐसे वो तो नई नई आई है, audience जानती नहीं है कि वो कौन है अभी. They're still settling into knowing her. What I and my father also said, ये क्या पागलपन है, we are not changing, किसी की आवाज क्यों बदले हम, Atikya Khandala happened, but the one thing we have to address, and it's the elephant in the room.
Yes.
They changed your voice.
Yeah.
And what were your thoughts and feelings at that time?
I think as a newcomer, you don't have much of a choice, because it was a really big thing for me to be able to do a film with Aamir and opposite Aamir, because he was one of the superstars then. So when Aamir actually, which I learned later from Vikram, who's my director, that actually it was a decision taken by probably Vikram, Mukerjee and Aamir, but they made Aamir become the bad cop, so to speak. And Aamir kind of explained to me that, for films we have to sacrifice certain things for the best of the film, for the best of the movie, and probably your voice is not apt for the character or the role. And then he asked me who my favorite actress was, and I, without blinking, I said Sridevi. And he gave me an example how Sridevi's voice was dubbed in a lot of her films, but it didn't stop her from being the star that she became. So with that logic, he said, Rani, you must surrender to whatever is best for the film, and we think that your voice should be dubbed. And it was a little upsetting for me, but obviously I couldn't show the fact that I was upset, because you need to be a team player whenever you're part of a film.
Absolutely.
And I think as actors, as technicians, we need to be part of a team. If somebody asks us for something, we have to be able to do it. And even if there are personal, say, disappointments, it doesn't matter, as long as the intent is true for the film.
Correct.
And they went ahead and they dubbed my voice. But what was beautiful, Karan, which I have to tell everybody here, is that I really owe this to Karan. We were shooting for the trailer of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, getting teary-eyed.
Oh.
And
I will come kiss you. I remember that day. We were shooting just so that you can compose yourself. I just said it. There was a teaser at that time. Again, it was Aditya Chopra's idea. I think he's such a part of my entire journey, Rani's journey, consciously and subconsciously.
Yeah.
He gave me the idea of that teaser where Rani's sitting with baby Anjali, and where she says, "Aaj main tumhe." If anyone remembers, there was a teaser. In those days, there was no such thing as teasers, but we shot this teaser against blue screen.
And I was on a swing.
Or rather, it was just a blue screen, because we didn't know what VFX was then.
Yeah, and you made me wear a white churidar.
White salwar
as in I was the ghost over there as well.
And where she says, "Aaj main tumhe कहानी सुनाने वाली हूँ." इस कहानी में एक लड़का है, लड़की है, दोनों लड़ते थे, झगड़ते थे, फिर भी एक दूसरे के best friends से. And then there was a line, फिर क्या हुआ? And she says, फिर कुछ कुछ हुआ. And that was the thing.
Yeah. And then you introduced Rahul and Anjali.
Yeah.
So I remember at that shooting, you came up to me and you said, "Rani, are the people dubbing your voice in Gulam?" And I said, "Yeah." So he said, "Do you have a problem with dubbing, with your quintessential way of talking?" And I said, "No, I don't have a problem with dubbing." You said, "Did you dub your first film?" I said, "Of course I dubbed my first film." So he said, "I love your voice." The way you said it that time. And I still remember that clearly. He said, "I love your voice and you will dub for my film." And thanks to you, Karan, that I was able to retain my voice.
No, you have such a beautiful voice, and everyone knows that Rani Mukerjee's distinct voice is one of the big parts of your amazing performances. And I never understood, because my dad, I still remember we were sitting and we were got a call that distributors bol rahe hain. Firstly, whatever that meant to me at that time, because distributors bol rahe कि voice badalna chahiye, because audience accept नहीं करे, ऐसे वो तो नई नई आई है, audience जानती नहीं है कि वो कौन है अभी. They're still settling into knowing her. What and my father also said, ये क्या पागलपन है, we are not changing, किसी की आवाज क्यों बदले हम, And my father then gave me an anecdote. मुझे बोला गया था, अमित जी की आवाज बदलो अग्निपथ में, और देखो क्या हो गया, मैं नहीं बदलूंगा किसी की आवाज. So my father,
No, but
he had gone on another tangent.
We are joking about it today, but your decision as a young filmmaker, it was your first film, and you could have easily be swayed with the pressure that came on you. But you stood your ground, and that's why he's Karan Johar.
No, I mean,
And he stood his ground,
no.
and he
Anyway.
believed in my voice. He believed in me, and I got to retain my voice in all my films.
And that began.
Because if you hadn't Karan,
Yeah.
a lot of my films, my voice would not be part of my.
I think you were destined for the greatness that you have achieved, irrespective of a voice or no voice. It's those eyes, Rani, that no one can go beyond. And the fact that even today, and I'm taking a minor digression to say that fact that even today you keep evolving your craft speaks volumes of your understanding. And the one thing that I've noticed, the one actor I saw do that was Sri Devi ji. When I remember seeing her after she came back after 15-year sabbatical, when she came,
English Winglish.
with Ishq Vishk.
English
I'm saying
Winglish.
English Winglish, Ishq
Yeah.
Vishk, I'm calling it. Clearly losing my brains these days. In English Winglish, and I remember seeing that she had understood the syntax of our times. And I see that you do very few films, which we must talk about, that you have to do many more. But every time I watch you, I feel like you've evolved, you've updated your energy and your craft on screen, and that speaks volumes about your understanding of just cinema and not just performance.